fill things out on the left, and then cover up and test yourself and see what you know and what you don't know, and then keep testing yourself till you know it all. And then when the test comes, the real one, you should do very well. Okay, so that's the meaning behind studying the notes or reviewing it interactively. Okay, and then the last thing that I wanted to share with you just for a couple minutes has to do with number 7, which is type or rewrite your notes. And by the way, I should say one more thing about this Cornell method that's kind of important, and that is this method of note-taking does not work equally well with every teacher. The kind of teacher that this works the best with is a very organized teacher who seems to be following some kind of an outline when they teach. All of you, I think, have had teachers like that where everything is just step to step to step, but all of you have probably also had at least a few teachers. They didn't teach that way at all. It seemed like they were making it up as they went along, and they're just all over the place. It's really hard to take notes in this method when the teacher talks about one thing and then a second thing, and then they say more things about the first thing, and they're just all over. So if you have an organized teacher, this works great. If your teacher's not like that at all, then you may need to figure out another way to do it. But this is something that's kind of important for you to know. So as far as number 7 goes, and by the way, did the sign-in sheet make it to the back? Okay, just want to make sure. Oh, that's right, somebody brought it up. I want to take a look at these before I have you go. Type or rewrite your notes. Do you think if you took time to type up your notes on your computer or rewrite them on paper that they would be better than the notes you took originally? Yes. You know, the chances are really good. The answer is yes. Okay, and so everybody kind of understands that. But then I say, okay, so why don't you do that with your notes? And everybody says, you want me to rewrite them? You want me to type them up? You know, it seems like I don't have time for that. It takes a lot of effort, and I understand that. Okay. I've even had a few people say, so you think it's important to type up your notes or rewrite? And I said, yes, it's very helpful. And they actually handed me their notes and say, could you do that for me? And I said, no. First of all, I'm really busy, but second of all, that misses the whole point. And so what I wanted you to be aware of for this is when you're sitting there at your computer and you're reading your notes, and you're trying to figure out how to say them better, or you have paper and you're trying to rewrite them. You're not just copying everything, but you're trying to redo them. What are you doing, basically, while you're rewriting them or typing them? Yeah, you're reading them over and you're thinking about them, which means you're reviewing them, which is really good. And so the act of doing that, of typing or rewriting your notes, is review. It's study. And then when you're done, you have notes that are better than the ones you took in class. And so you may not be able to do this with every class you have, but if you have one class in particular where the teacher talks really fast or gives a huge amount of information, one of the best things you could do later that day or that night while it's still sort of fresh is to go back over your notes and type them up or rewrite them. And then the notes are better, you've studied while you were doing it, it's all good. So I know it seems like a hassle, like it takes time, but there's a lot of benefit to doing it. So I would definitely recommend that. Okay, let me take a quick look here, and I want to make sure I can read these. Michelle. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure I've got the names right. Okay, good. All right, so I'll email all these teachers later today. Remember, next week is the workshop on how to predict test questions. I think that's kind of a helpful thing, so I'd love to see you back.